Hey guys, this week we're going to take you on a complete walkthrough of our studio and all our gear. And I'm also going to take you inside of Pro Tools and show you how to use aux sends in your Pro Tools sessions. All that's coming up here on episode 79 of Limitless Studios TV. Alright, so let's go ahead and get on with the studio tour for today. If you've been a subscriber for a little while, you probably noticed that we did a studio tour last year. And since then, we've gotten several new items, so we're going to go ahead and show you some of those. So the first thing, one of the major things, is we've got some bass traps here in the corner. Got one for the other corner over here as well. And we've got some reflection traps right here. And we've got another one on the back wall right here. And this one's actually hung up on the wall, so you can see that. And so those are the main things that we've got since the last video, but we'll go ahead and recap the last video as well. Right here we have the rack, and inside the rack there is a Furman M8DX power conditioner. Over to the left we've got a backup drive. It's a 500 gig Western Digital hard drive. And over there we got a couple boxes for some studio software. Down here we got the monitor that is running off of this 2007 MacBook. And we get asked all the time what this is, and it's the 2.2 gigahertz model with 4 gigs of RAM. And behind this display, we've got the main focus point of our studio, and that is the M Audio Fast Track Ultra. And the software we use, in case you were wondering, is Pro Tools M-powered, and right there is the iLock key for it, as well as random USB devices. Let's see here. The monitors right here, we have our KRK RP5s, and that's another thing we get asked about all the time, so now you know what they are. And there's one over here as well. Then on top of that is a set of headphones. These are the Sennheiser HD 280 Pros. Very nice set of headphones. And then over here to the right of that, we have a mixer, which doesn't get used for any recording purposes. We use this for the live stream only. And this is a Behringer UB2222 FX Pro. And then for the stream mic, we also use the MXL 990 large diaphragm condenser mic. And then moving on to more main items, we got the amp that we use for recording guitar tracks. This is a Mesa Boogie single rectifier recto-verb combo. Don't use the speaker in this because I have an external cab in the closet, which I'll show you in a minute. But below that we've got the foot switch for the amp right there, and then we got the tube screamer, which I never record guitars without using. And then over here we've got the Pod XT Live, which hardly ever gets used. Then on top of that we got another reflection panel. And now we'll go into the closet, which we use as a vocal booth. Here's some miscellaneous cables that we use for pretty much everything. And we've also got a set of headphones up there as well. And then here is where all the main stuff that we use is. It gets stored in this area here. Down there is the cab I was talking about. It is a Mesa Boogie 4x12 traditional rectifier cab, loaded with 4 vintage 30s. Down there is a Shure SM57 mic on a mic stand. And then in here we got a bunch of stuff. We've got a Studio Projects B1 mic, and we've done a review on this. If you haven't seen it, check that out. And here we've got the Countryman Type 85 DI. This is a very good DI box. Right here we've got a noise suppressor. It's a Boss NS2. Rarely gets used anymore. Only use it if we have really noisy guitar tracks that we are reamping. Then behind that we've got the Arlix single wedge foam piece. We use that sometimes for vocal recording, as well as using it on top of a mic stand when recording drum cymbal. And then here we've got the Radial Engineering Pro RMP. This is a reamp device, also a very nice device, one of the cheapest reamp boxes that you can get. And then over here we've got a BBE Busta Grande pedal, and this is used after the reamp box here to boost the level of my reamps to make them more natural sounding. And then behind that we've got a Shure SM58. We don't use this all that much, but it is a good mic. So I think that's pretty much it for this studio tour. So now we're going to go ahead and go into a software tip. Okay, so in the last Pro Tools software tip, I showed you one use for creating an aux track in your Pro Tools session. Now this week I'm going to show you another use which will help you reduce the CPU usage in your Pro Tools session, which can be handy if you use a lot of reverbs, delays, or other modulation effects like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a delay to an auxiliary track, which you can then use to send to however many tracks you want in your project. And like the last tutorial, this one it's better off to show you how to do it rather than trying to explain it. So we're just going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to go to track and create a new track. We're going to create an aux input. We're going to make it stereo, and we're going to switch it to samples. Now we create that track, and let's see, where did that get added? There it is. So we're going to go ahead and put that down at the bottom of the session, and I'm going to name it delay 2 because I already have a delay in this session. So now we're going to give it an input, and we're going to give it input bus 27 and 28, and we'll just go ahead and name that bus to delay 2 just for ease of use. Now let's go ahead and add a delay plugin to this aux track, and I'm going to use the AIR dynamic delay, which is a stereo delay, and I've already got some settings here, so I'm just going to paste them in to my delay plugin. So now we got those, got that all set up. Now we're going to go to the track which we want to apply this delay to, and that is this acoustic accent track right here. You probably won't be able to hear it, but that's what it sounds like right now. So we're going to go ahead and hit Command equal, which opens up your mix window, and we're going to go to that accent track. We're going to go to the sends area here, and this is what you're going to do when you want to send your reverb, your delay, your compressor, whatever kind of modulation effect you're using to this channel, or you can use it on however many channels you want in your project as well. So we're just going to go here and click on it, and then go to bus delay to stereo, and now you're going to get a volume slider here which will adjust the amount of delay you have going sending to the track. So since I have this track soloed, I'm going to go ahead and solo the delay plugin as well. Now if I turn up this send level here, we should have some delay. So let's go ahead and see if we have any delay. I'm not sure if you heard that or not, but there is delay, and you can see that the send level here goes up on the meter. So that's how you can apply a reverb, delay, compressor, any kind of other modulation effect to an auxiliary track, which will help reduce your CPU usage, especially if you use a lot of that same plugin. So that's all for today, and I guess we'll see you on another episode of Limitless Studios TV.